Welcome to another episode of It's All Greek to Me. Today we will be discussing banking. Now, what do we need to know to open a bank account? Can we open a bank account? What do we need to know to do our banking in Greece? We're going to have with us again Anastasios Mousas. Welcome, Anastasia.
Great to be here.
Tell us, what do we need to know about banking in Greece? Can I open an account? What do we need to know?
I mean, the only thing that one would need to open a bank account anywhere is just money.
Okay.
But that's not always the case with Greece. Even opening accounts that seem relatively easy, here you show up at any banking institution with two pieces of photo ID and voila, you have you leave the bank after a few minutes with a bank account. Well, in Greece, especially after June of 2015, and why June of 2015 is when they imposed capital controls in Greece, they changed the entire banking system. So to open an account, you need more than just a photo ID. You need some required documents, and I'll be outlining what those documents are. But also you have to be aware that if you have not had a transaction for more than 6 months since June of 2015, your account is what we call dormant. So it has to be reactivated. So in Greek we call it επικαιροποίηση λογαριασμού. And the required documents that are needed are called επικαιροποιητικά. The same documents that you need to open an account are the same documents that you need to reactivate your account. And those documents, for those of us that live abroad, that we are in Greece as non-residents, κάτοικοι εξωτερικού, are basically proof of us being taxpayers here and us living here. So you have the notice of assessment, you have the certification of Canadian residency. People confuse that with proof of citizenship. Now, you don't need to show your Canadian passport. The certification of Canadian residency is a document that you obtain from CRA, Canada Revenue Agency, and you just request it and it comes back saying that you're a tax resident in Canada. Then you need a utility bill as proof of residence, a letter attestation of employment, and if you're not employed and you're retired, then something showing that you receive your pension, like your T4A. And so then you need a mobility phone bill. Why mobility? Wireless, our cellular phone bill. Why? Because usually if you request with the opening of the bank account an ATM card and pins for e-banking, for online banking, most probably they will send you that pin with text message over your mobile cellular. So all these documents have to be translated and certified and presented to the bank along with the bank documents. Each bank has its own documents. For example, the National Bank of Greece has a questionnaire. The Piraeus Bank have its own form where you sign and you provide all your information, and this signature has to be authenticated by the consulate. So they send it, although someone might be acting on your behalf with a power of attorney in Greece, still, there are certain things that your proxy can do for you, and there are other things, especially some documents, bank documents, that will be sent to you, and you have to take them to the Greek consulate and sign before them so the Greek consulate can authenticate your signature.
Wow.
Now, do you need to travel to Greece to open a bank account? Of course not. A bank account can be opened by someone that you authorize by virtue of a power of attorney. So you send that relative, that friend, that lawyer, that whoever is there to represent your interests, a power of attorney. However, it's not any power of attorney. It's not one fits all. Each bank has its own draft because the special terminology, the wording for the power of attorney. So it's good to ask the bank to give you a draft, a sample of the power of attorney. Or if they tell you, just bring a general one, well, make sure that you write the particulars of the bank. Now, you sent a power of attorney. The representative takes the power of attorney not to the teller and waits online and goes with a power of attorney. I'm here representing Gina and I wish to open a bank account. There's a process. You got to present it to the legal department of the bank for recognition. First, they recognize the validity of the power of attorney, and then they say, yes, the power of attorney is good. And then with the required documents that I just mentioned, you go to the teller and you do whatever it is that you're doing. You're opening, you're closing, you're reactivating the account, you're requesting an ATM card, you're requesting online banking. Okay. Now, the required documents, the right power of attorney for the right bank, and the forms that the bank will send, or your representative, your proxy will pick up from the bank to send back to you, to bring into the consulate, to sign it before them, to authenticate. And that package in order to complete whatever banking you need in Greece. Now, if you have a more specific issue with a bank, you have your bank accounts, it's an active bank account, you have your ATM cards. However, there is an issue about a term deposit or an agreement with a bank or a mortgage or a loan. Then it is what we call the special power of attorney. If it's to sign something with respect regarding a particular loan, they have to include all the information, the loan information on the proxy. And the power of attorney has to include exactly what it is that your representative will be doing at the bank.
Thank you very much once again, Tasha. That was very informative. And that's all for this episode of It's All Greek to Me.